What's going on, Jazz Nation? We are back with another video, and it's the day before the draft. So you know the draft trade rumors, they're starting to pick up a little bit. We already discussed with having pick 30 in this year's draft. We don't have much, flexibility in this year's draft to really improve the roster. Obviously, in yesterday's video, I kind of broke down some things that we can do to take a step forward. But the last thing I mentioned was a possible draft day trade or, a day before draft day trade. And I saw some tweets about this, and I kind of wanted to dig into it. Kyle Kuzma to Utah. You saw by the title, you see by this right here. Kyle Kuzma to Utah. First thought, right out of my head when I saw that, oh, absolutely not. Kyle Kuzma to Utah, are you kidding me? But for the right package, it could be a solid deal. And I just want y'all to hear me out. I'm not saying I'm for it. I'm not saying that I'm 100% all in on this. This is just an idea. Because if we're going to be frankly honest with ourselves, I mentioned there were 3 guys in this draft particularly that I wanted. Davion Mitchell, Ayo Dosunmu, and Shire Cooper. And if we're going to be real with ourselves, the odds of us getting one of those 3 guys are not high. So you have to take a look at other options. And possibly trading out of 30 is one of those options. And that is something that acquiring Kyle Kuzma in this mock trade that was made that we could do. So we're just going to dive right into it. Kyle Kuzma. Before I show you guys the trade details, we're going to dive into the pros and cons of Kyle Kuzma being on the Utah Jazz. The cons are Kyle Kuzma. Let's be real. Kyle Kuzma has not done anything yet to prove that he can be, a star, but even he's had flashes, but his overall game has never truly showed up in the big stage, which is a player that the Utah Jazz desperately need. Yeah, we have Donovan Mitchell. He steps up, but who else is going to step up in the big game, In a Game 6-like scenario with up by 25, the lead starts to dwindle, you take Donovan out, but Donovan can only do so much, right? So you have to have somebody else that can come in and keep it going, which the Jazz they've had that one guy. They had Hayward. He was that one guy you can lean on. They have Donovan. He's that one guy you can lean on. But if you really want to compete for a championship, you really need that second guy. Am I saying Kyle Kuzma's that second guy? No. But I'm saying there's a possibility that he could one day be that. And I just discussed the con. Can he be that guy? Probably not. But if you look at the past, you look at, for example, Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball was acquired by the Pelicans from that Anthony Davis trade. We all saw how that ended. Lonzo Ball is now probably a top 3 free agent headed into the offseason right now behind Kawhi Leonard. And I can't even remember his name. But Lonzo Ball has stepped up his game every single season since he's left the Los Angeles Lakers. You look at a guy like Brandon Ingram, also acquired from that same deal. Brandon Ingram has stepped up his game even more. So is it Kyle Kuzma being shadowed? Kyle Kuzma is still young in age, by the way. 26 years old. He's still got time to develop his game. Brandon Ingram and Lonzo had a little bit more time since they were traded. But Kyle Kuzma does have some upside. Yeah, there's a lot of negativity. Yeah, it's the whole, Kyle Kuzma, blah, 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 always ruining stuff. But you can't go in and look at that and be like, wow, maybe Kyle Kuzma can take that step at the next level that Lonzo Ball took, that Brandon Ingram took, because I didn't think Ingram or Lonzo Ball were going to take that step, but they did. Brandon Ingram, wasn't he close to being an all-star? I don't think, he was that close, but Brandon Ingram puts up some solid numbers. So that's one of the pros you can look at it. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch it to the trade offer of kind of what would be. And this would happen in the next couple days. So the trade details here. Kyle Kuzma to the Utah Jazz and the 22nd pick. And then the Jazz would have to get rid of beloved Jingle and Joe and their 30th pick. But here's my thing. You give up Kyle, right? The Lakers want to get rid of Kyle Kuzma. And I think that is clear. They do. They really, really want to get rid of Kyle Kuzma. That's why they've been packing. I believe they made an offer, not this exact offer, to the Jazz. The Jazz did say no, along with the Timberwolves and the Cleveland Cavaliers. They all said no. So they're clearly actively shopping Kyle Kuzma. But you're telling me we can move up in the draft if we get Kyle Kuzma? I love Joe Ingles. You guys know, if you watch our live streams and everything, how much I love Joe Ingles, but he is getting up there in age. He is. And if you're telling me we can get Kyle Kuzma, somebody who I believe has upside, not playing with Anthony Davis and LeBron James, and we can get him and move up in the draft, which could possibly help us get Sharife Cooper. Possibly get Ayo DeSumo. Possibly didn't have enough trade assets to trade up and get Davion Mitchell. If he falls, nobody's accepting a 30 for 15, but you get the 22nd. He's there at 14. You could make a deal for that. The Jazz were in the mid-20s when we traded up with the Nuggets to get Donovan Mitchell at pick 13. So that's some stuff you have to look at. But that's the trade details right there. And I want you guys to let me know your thoughts on this. I really do. Because this is interesting. Will this happen? Maybe not. But even the possibility of this happening after the draft could happen. I know Kyle Kuzma and Donovan Mitchell, if you've done a little bit of, you follow along with them too on Instagram, they are, I would say, pretty close. Maybe not pretty close, but they're definitely mutual friends. And I really think that there's a high upside for Kyle Kuzma. You've seen it with Lonzo, and you've seen it with Brandon Ingram. And it's just interesting, it keeps, the youth on the team. Well, we don't have a lot of youth, but it would help bring some youth to the team and a possible good score. And if you're the Lakers looking at this trade, the Lakers desperately need 3-point shooting. What does Jingle and Joe bring? 3-point shooting. Great 3-point shooting. Was top 3 in the league last year in 3-point shooting, maybe top 5. But for most of the season, before he kind of slipped off a little bit at the end of the year, he was leading the league in 3-point shooting at around the 50% mark from downtown. So that is definitely something the Lakers can entice. But I'm not opposed to this trade. I'm not saying I'm 100% for it or 100% against it. But I definitely see some value in this trade, especially if we were able to move up 8 spots in the draft, get younger as a team, and acquire a player like Kyle Kuzma with such upside. I don't know, man. I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it a little bit, but I want you guys to let me know your thoughts. Make sure, if you have not done so already, to smash up the like button and hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. We're going to be coming out with daily Utah Jazz content for the next 83 days. Every single day, we will be coming out with the video. Utah Jazz offseason. Utah Jazz looking for the, forward till October 19th, which is 83 days away from the Utah Jazz opening day, baby. Oh, man, I'm so pumped. Man, and the live streams are lit. So hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell. Let me know your thoughts on this trade below and your thoughts about Kyle Kuzma possibly joining the Utah Jazz. Remember, we will be live for the draft tomorrow, probably around 9 o'clock. Since we do have a little bit of a later pick, I'll probably start at around pick 8, pick 9. But listen, tomorrow could be a big day for the Utah Jazz if we happen to make a trade like this, and we'll have it all covered for you here on the Jazz Huddle. Smash the like, hit that subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow night for the Utah Jazz Draft Night live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m.